Welcome to 5G. This is Mayank, your host for the channel.
And today's topic will be basics of information security. For easy understanding of the topics, I have made some slides and we'll go through the slides to you and make you understand the topic. If you have any doubts, you can comment in for the details. Let's start. What is information security? A brief definition of the information security would be to save information asset that has value to personal and company level. But in order to understand information security, you must understand the security first. The security means protecting our assets from attackers, invading our networks, natural disasters like earthquake, power failures, thefts, etc. Ultimately, we will try every possible way to secure ourselves from all forms of attacks. There is a well-known quote that says the only true secure system is that is powered off, cast in a block of a concrete and sealed in lid-lined room and armed guards. And even then, I have my doubts. This slide will give you the information of the CIA trade. C stands for confidentiality, I stands for integrity, and A stands for availability. These are the three pillars of the information security. The CIA trade gives us a model by which we can think about and discuss the security concepts. Let's now discuss all three pillars of the CIA trade. The first comes confidentiality. In a system, ability of a system to ensure that assets are viewable by the authorized party. This is a brief definition. Confidentiality is a concept that may be implemented at many levels of the process. For example, I'll give you, in a common world, if a person tries to withdraw money from an ATM machine, will likely to seek and maintain the confidentiality of a personal identification number, PIN, that allows him with a combination of the ATM card to draw the money from the ATM. The second pillar of the CIA trade is integrity. This can be explained as the availability of a system to ensure that the assets to be modified by the authorized party only. For example, I'll provide you in our Windows or Linux system, the administrator gives the authorization of different level to the different people. As in, a manager can view and modify as well as execute the file, whereas the desk operator can only view the file for his work as per the hierarchy in the system. Integrity is a very important part of a data security. For example, I'll give you, if an attacker alters a data of a medical patient records, then the treatment provided by the doctor as per the medical test lab records would be changed, and ultimately the patient might die due to the wrong prescription by the doctor. Let's now start with the third pillar of the CIA trade, that is availability. Availability can be defined as the ability of a system to ensure the assets are usable and available to all authorized parties whenever required. For example of the availability, we'll use a commonly used popular app, Facebook. If Facebook server fails to load or a DOS attack, denial of the service attack, is being transmitted to the Facebook, then the real user will not be able to log into their account and use the application. The CIA trade is important, but Mr. Don Parker proposed a six-sided model that was named Parkerian Hexa that consists of CIA. Apart from this, it has three more important integral parts that improves the security, the information security, as I say. These are confidentiality with possession and control, the integrity with authenticity, the availability with utility. An important topic that CIA doesn't cover and the Parkerian Hexa covers is the non-repudiation. For example, if a person does alter, modify or do something to the data or transmit the data, he cannot falsely deny that he has not done that, because through the Parkerian hexer he'll be liable, he'll be questionable, he will be accountable. The accountability will, on the auditability will be set to the person. This could maintain the valuable document as a legal one for some wrongdoings. The three extra features of the Parkerian hexad apart from the CIA are as follows. Number one would be the possession or control. To explain you the possession and control, I'll give you an example. If an attacker attacks a machine or a system server and he hijacks the server and the information is not provided to the legitimate user, then the attacker has a control and possession of the information. For authenticity, I'll give you an example. If you receive a mail for your mobile bill or your PAN statement from any organization that involves in the information security, they'll provide you some sort of a key or a pattern or a password to show it up. If an attacker gets the mail, the data in the mail, the file in the mail, he will be asked for the password that will be provided to you only through your SMS or any other further medium, so that the authenticity of the data information is secured. The last in the Parkerian hexad would be utility. Utility is a distinct form of availability, but it is different from availability, as if you possess a file that is of your use, is availability. You have the file, but if it's encrypted and you don't have the decryption process or decryption key, then the data is not usable and you cannot use the data. That is utility of the data. In this slide, we'll learn about attacks. Attack in an information security system is nothing else but an attempt to obtain, alter, destroy, remove, implant, or reveal information without the unauthorized access. This can happen to both individual as well as organization levels. There are many kind of attacks, namely passive attacks, active, targeted one, the click jacking ones, the brand jacking, the phishing, spamming, inside, outside, etc. Now we'll learn about the types of attacks. Namely, the first type of attack would be interruption. This type of attack is a kind of obstruction in a communication process between systems. If an attacker attacks a system and he blocks the communication between the two systems, the system cannot be used by the legitimate user, so that because of the non-communication through the system, this is called interruption attack. The second type of attack is interception. Here the confidentiality plays an important role. If an attacker intercepts the data or the message sent by the legitimate user to the other person, then it will give a malicious process to start in the other system. So the confidentiality of the message is lost by this type of attack. The third type of attack would be the modification. As the name suggests, if the